This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
Make this new school year an opportunity for your kids to learn important life skills with Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app for families where kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely, while parents keep an eye on kids' money habits. Greenlight also helps families get into their fall routine with a chores feature that lets parents assign chores and pay kids allowance when they check them off. Get your first month free at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, a simple guide to successful parenting by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another parenting episode here on ORD, and I'm your host and narrator, Greg Audino. Great to have you once again. Thank you so much for tuning in for our parenting leg of the week, which is every Thursday and Friday. And the post we'll be sharing today is pretty straightforward. It's a simple guide to successful parenting, courtesy of Joshua Becker. So let's see what wisdom he has to offer as we optimize your life. A Simple Guide to Successful Parenting by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com. Parenting at its core is about making wise choices in order to prepare young men and women to be released into the world as responsible adults. And that's why later today I'll be traveling to the city of San Salvador, El Salvador. I've been asked to speak on the topic of successful parenting as a means to help encourage the growth of healthy families, healthy neighborhoods, and healthy communities. And despite being smack dab in the middle of a cross-country move, it was an opportunity that I could not pass up. And considering it was planned before our decision to move, I felt a need to fulfill my commitment. As a result, over the next 7 days, I will be speaking 5 times in various locations around the city to roughly 500 parents. And I couldn't be more excited. I love meeting new people, I love parenting, and I love the opportunity to encourage healthy families and influence healthy communities. Because I have a limited opportunity at each venue, I've tried to condense the wisdom of successful parenting into one short presentation. It's not exhaustive, and each point of the outline could easily become a book in itself. But I believe it is enough to encourage parents, challenge parents, and send them down a road to develop successful and flexible parenting habits in their lives. And rather than asking you to come visit me this weekend in San Salvador, I thought I'd just put my abbreviated outline here on Becoming Minimalist. A simple guide to successful parenting. Number 1. Successful parents love their spouse. Healthy marriages form the foundation on which children base their lives. They provide the stability necessary for young children to grow, thrive, and experiment. Home becomes a safe place that models and encourages selfless love. Successful parents are faithful to their spouse. They do not take for granted the life commitment that they have made to one another. They work hard each day to love their spouse, and they pride themselves on what they can give to the relationship, not in what they can take from it. Number 2. Successful parents correct harmful behaviors, attitudes, and worldviews. The old proverb holds true. Spare the rod, spoil the child. While discipline can take various forms, I would never recommend a literal rod, and should be adapted for each particular child, it must be present for parenting success. Children need to learn everything from the ground up, including appropriate behaviors, how to get along with others, how to get results, and how to achieve their dreams. Discipline should not be avoided or withheld. It should never be motivated by anger, pride, or selfish reasons, because then it causes harm rather than resulting in benefit. Instead, it should be motivated by love and a desperate desire to see your children become the best they can be. Number 3. Successful parents encourage healthy behaviors, attitudes, and worldviews. Parenting is a thinking man's game. It takes energy, strategy, and intentionality. Yet many parents are unwilling to give it the attention that it deserves. As a result, their children become shaped by the world around them, rather than by the parents who love them. Successful parents do not just discourage unhealthy habits, They also intentionally encourage positive habits. They envision the type of person they would like their children to become. They consistently model that behavior for them. They speak lofty expectations into their children's lives. They think the best of their children. They provide opportunities for their children to learn valuable life lessons, and they praise positive habits, both privately and publicly. Number 4. Successful parents encourage spirituality. I'll probably steer away from the beaten path here for a moment, but there is a deep sense in my heart that wise parents encourage spirituality in the lives of their children. They instill within their kids a deep sense that there is more to this world than meets the eye. Some of the greatest things in this world are not things. Instead, they are invisible, life-giving, and eternal. There is a moral compass that guides life on this planet. Wise parents encourage and provide opportunities for their children to find it. Some of the most fruitful conversations I've had with my children center on this topic of spirituality, and I always encourage parents to consider them. And number 5, successful parents know when to let go. Parenting is 100% parents trying to shape their lives and 100% children choosing their own life. While parenting requires time, energy, love, sweat, and tears, it also requires freedom to allow our children to make their own decisions and choose their own paths. It's a difficult balance that varies from child to child, but parents who neglect to let go cause harm, and they never accomplish the very goal of parenting itself, making wise choices in order to prepare young men and women to be released into the world as responsible adults. You just listened to the post titled, A Simple Guide to Successful Parenting by Joshua Becker of BecomingMinimalist.com, and I'll be back with my commentary right after this.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
Making everyone happy on vacation isn't easy. But you know what is? Going to Aruba. All you have to do is walk out your door to find pristine pools, relaxing white sand beaches, and an island teeming with outdoor activities that'll put a smile on any face. You won't just feel great, you'll all feel great, filled with a calmer, more peaceful vibe that radiates Aruba's warmth. And the best part is, it never fades. That's the Aruba effect. Plan your family trip at Aruba.com.
This podcast is supported by FX's English Teacher, a new comedy from executive producers of What We Do in the Shadows and Baskets. English Teacher follows Evan, a teacher in Austin, Texas, who learns if it's really possible to be your full self at your job while often finding himself at the intersection of the personal, professional, and political aspects of working at a high school. FX's English Teacher premieres September 2nd on FX. Stream on Hulu.
And thank you to Joshua for this post. However, I might suggest looking at it as a guide more than gospel. Successful parenting is about much more than we've heard today, and it's certainly not reliant on having a 100% success rate within these 5 qualities listed. You know, our spiritual practices may be absent, letting go might not come naturally to us, and I think it's extremely short-sighted to suggest that our marriages need to stay intact in order to be considered successful as parents. Everything or everyone that we deem as a success has blind spots or has made errors along the way, and parenting is no different. So, yeah, try to be mindful about letting go. Try to cultivate a sense of spiritual awareness in your kids if you believe in it yourself, whatever that might look like to you. Try to encourage and practice healthy behaviors, and try to do right by your partner at every chance you get. The effort here determines more success than the result, is what I'm trying to say. And many times effort lies in picking ourselves up after initial failure. So, some things to think about. It's time to get going for now, though, everybody. Another parenting post in the books, one that I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, then be sure to come back tomorrow for another parenting article in the Friday show. That's where your optimal life awaits.